Hello, my friend. Aimee Esther here. I have multiple chronic illnesses and I'm also 28 weeks pregnant and very excited to be having this baby so soon. So I decided let's do a Q&A. I did a little health update last week, and by last week I mean I'm filming it on the same day and I didn't even change. I didn't even pretend like it was a new day. We're just gonna go with it because I just don't have the energy right now to do anything extra. So I am filming this on the same day, but you know what? That's just how it is sometimes. I almost always film 2 to 3 videos at one time. I just usually change my hair or do something to make it look like it's a new day. It's not. It's always the same day. But anyway, today we are doing a pregnancy Q&A. I asked on Instagram and on YouTube. I think just had 2 on YouTube and then a bunch on Instagram. So it's much easier to ask questions and stuff on there. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm not like an Instagrammer. I rarely post on there. It's usually just to ask questions and to occasionally like share a little life update or something. So let's just dive right into the questions. So there were a couple that I just wanted to go through that were just kind of like about this baby. So first, what is the gender? It is a girl. We do know the gender. It's a girl. So I have girl, boy, girl is what mine are going to be, which is perfect. Did you get a name picked out? So I had posted on Instagram for name suggestions because we had one, but then we realized because of our last name, it made kind of a funny pun, which normally I like puns, but this one wasn't great. Esther is not my last name, by the way. That is my middle name. Anyway, so we decided that name's not going to work. We definitely know our middle name. It's a family name. And our first name we have not fully decided. My husband is 100% set on this name he loves, and I am really set on this name that I love, but we have not agreed yet. And so he keeps calling the baby the name he likes. I call it the name I like, but we haven't decided. I don't hate his name. I do really like it. I just am not in love with it, you know? It doesn't like excite me. So one thing we really like is like 2 names, I guess you would say. I like having a formal name and a nickname. So my daughter's name is Aurelia. We call her Ari. My son is Milomir. We call her Milo. We just really like the formal name. My husband's Joshua. People call him Josh, but he just likes having that formal name of Joshua. I never had that as Aimee, and so I always wanted it. And maybe some people are opposite. My kids will hate it, but I get to name them. So if you have any name ideas, let us know in the comments below that would work with Aurelia and Milomir. And like I said, we love that like 2 name thing, like a short nickname and then a longer like formal name. So we're still working on it. How does this pregnancy compare to the previous 2? I actually think I want to do a whole video on this and go back through some of my pregnancy updates with my son, because I did a video every week of his pregnancy. So I do want to go back through and kind of compare, because this one feels worse. Definitely emotionally, this one's been harder, I think, because I do have 2 other kids to take care of, and then I'm not really able to do a lot. I've just been so sick. I feel like I'm sicker this time, but I don't know if it's just like because I'm in it and my last one was this bad, because I know I had some issues last pregnancy and I was really sick, but it feels like this one's worse because I'm in the moment, right? So I don't know which one's worse, but emotionally I think this one's been harder for me. And everybody told me your 3rd pregnancy will go by so fast. You have 2 kids to take care of. You're super busy. But I think because I'm so sick, I'm not super busy. I'm like just barely making it by every day. And I'm just kind of like counting the minutes until the day is over and I can start the next day. So honestly, this has been the longest 6 months ever. And yeah, it's been long. How has your fatigue been? That's been my biggest symptom. And that's what's stopping me. My fatigue has been really bad. Like I said, I'm just so sick. I feel like I have no energy for anything. Now, for me, it doesn't stop me from having a baby because I know that my body can handle having a baby. It can keep the baby safe and healthy. My chronic illnesses don't affect my babies as long as I'm, watching a few things, but I know what I need to watch, and I'm very careful about those things. But it's definitely hard on me. It's hard on my body, and I am extremely fatigued. I just have to remind myself that it's just 9 months. It's only 9 months. And I think that's what helps the most, is even though I'm impatient and I'm like, oh, I just want this to be done, at least I know there's an end to it. With my normal stuff, it's like, I just don't think it's ever going to end. It might, but I can't really plan on that. And this, it's like, I know on this day I'll get better. And I felt way better with both my babies after I had them, and had like a high, like an emotional high, because I just felt so good after having babies. So postpartum advice for avoiding chronic fatigue relapse after birth, ways to conserve energy, and advice about coping with lack of sleep and a newborn with chronic fatigue syndrome. So I think that I need to do some videos while I'm in it, just so that I'm there, because it's easy to say like, oh, here's the perfect recipe for getting through that hard time. But when I'm not there, it's definitely a different experience, because you're going through it and you know what it's really like, and your brain is, you know, doing all of the things that our brains do at struggling with lack of sleep. Because right now, my brain is like, oh, the lack of sleep sounds way better than being pregnant. And yet maybe when I'm there, I'm saying the opposite. You know what I mean? So I have done it twice before. So I definitely am not like worried about it. I'm not nervous. I think someone asked that too. Like, are you nervous about the postpartum period, the newborn period? And no, I am not. I've done it before. It's not easy. It's exhausting. So honestly, the postpartum period, it's just a thing you have to get through. Like, it's hard. And you do have this constant reminder of this perfect tiny human that you created, and that you are doing this for them. And I think that's what helps. I found that with my previous two, we'll see how this one goes, but with my previous two, I really struggled at night. Like, I would just be extra emotional at night. I would cry a lot at night. It was really hard for me at night. And then the daytime, I felt good. Like, I was totally fine during the day, even though I was getting such a lack of sleep. And I do have 2 other kids. It's not like I can sleep when the baby sleeps. People always say that, and it's like, that's not a thing. Like, once you have 2 other kids, that's not possible. Once you have 1 other kid, not possible. And so I never was able to do that. I don't even think I did that a lot with my first, to sleep when they sleep, because their sleep is kind of scattered. Like, my daughter took super short naps. My son took super long naps when he was a newborn. So they're just all so different, and you can't really plan for it. It's just kind of something you have to get through. So I don't have specific tips, but I will do some videos. Maybe I shouldn't claim things that I'm not 100% sure I'll do. I don't know how it'll go after I have this baby, but I would like to. It's on my to-do list, if I'm filling up for it, if I'm able to manage it, to do some videos once baby's here of those kind of things, answering questions like, how do you deal with that lack of sleep and newborns when you live chronically ill, and in general. So if you're interested in that, just stay tuned. Hopefully I'll get to that. Next question. Are you nervous about having 3 young kids? No, I don't understand why it would be helpful to be worried about that, because I've never done it. I don't know what it's going to be like. So there's no point in worrying about it if I have no idea what the experience will be like. It could be amazing. It could be incredibly hard. It could be all of the above. I don't know yet, and I have no plan for it because I've never done it before. But once I'm in it, then I'll have all the information. I'll have all the kids here. I'll know how they sleep and how they act and what things they do, and like, I'll be able to know what to do. So the question, how do you feel going to 3rd trimester? Was the 2nd trimester easy breezy? No, it was not. It was really difficult for me. Last week I did a little kind of 2nd trimester update if you want to go watch that video. But it's been really hard. I've been very, very sick. I've been very, very emotional. I've been depressed. I've definitely been struggling a lot. But you know, I'm making it through. Next question, what are your labor and delivery plans? I don't know. I have loose plans. I mean, really, you can't plan that much, because who knows? Like, she could come in a month from now. We have no idea. But both my other babies were induced, and I loved that. I had a great experience being induced. I also had epidurals with both. I definitely will plan on getting an epidural. That is part of the plan. Of course, again, anything could happen. Maybe she comes super fast and I don't have time for it. I don't know. But right now the plan is definitely to get an epidural. I I can't do it. Can't do it out. But I was induced with my last two. And the thing I loved about that was, one, that I could plan for it. And I just knew on this day I was having my baby. Of course she could come early, but it was nice to just know, like, this is the day. And to plan on it, you could have your house cleaned as you want, everything ready. The other kids are taken care of. You don't have to worry about, you know, scrambling in the middle of the night trying to get someone to watch the kids. Like, it's just so much calmer and more peaceful. We would go to dinner before. We went to the same place with both of my babies right before we had them. Had dinner, Josh and I. It was super nice. And then we just go to the hospital and have a baby. And it was so convenient. I loved it. And it was also really nice, because I have so many chronic illnesses, to be monitored the whole time and just know what was going on, what was happening, and not have to worry that, you know, one of my chronic illnesses was doing something weird or my body was doing something weird. It's just nice to, like, know everything that's going to happen. So originally I thought I wanted to experience labor naturally, not without an epidural, but going into labor naturally without Pitocin. But now that it's getting closer, I'm, like, realizing how nice it would be to just be able to plan everything, especially with two kids and with my chronic illnesses. And it just, it's so nice to be able to do. It's just so nice to do, at least in my opinion. I know some people are very against that. Some people hate it. I had very good experience with it. So right now we don't know. I change my mind every week. Last week, I think I wanted to try to give my body a little more time and see if it will go on its own. This week, I'm kind of wanting to just be induced and have it planned out, but who knows? I don't know. I don't think my babies will come early because they never have before, but you never know. Someone said, will you be posting a labor and delivery vlog? I don't know. I haven't decided. I kind of want to this time. I didn't with my last, which is funny. I did a pregnancy update every week last time, but didn't do a labor and delivery vlog. This time I might do the opposite. I don't know. I haven't decided. Let me know in the comments if you would like that. Yeah, and I had someone else ask if I'll be posting, still be posting YouTube videos, as well as another question, will you be sharing about the baby on YouTube? So I've been trying to not share as much about my kids, mostly because it's really hard to share like them. Like doing a day in the life vlog. People have asked for more day in the life vlogs. I haven't done one in a long time, but I just have a hard time with it right now. My kids are very loud. I love them, but they're very loud. It's hard to film anything while they're awake, and it's hard to, yeah, it's just kind of hard. And then also I don't do anything. So, like, you want to watch a day in my life, I usually, if I'm doing something, it's filming a video or editing a video. And the rest of the day, I'm, like, laying on one of my kids' beds while they play blocks around me. Like, that is, like, most of our days. So I'm not sure you want to see that because it's super boring. But yeah, that's been my day in life. But when I have the baby, I think I'll do a few videos. I'm hoping to do a few videos, at least like some tips and tricks on having a newborn, as I talked about. And maybe I'll do like a vlog or two of what it's like that first little bit with the baby. I know I did a 24 hours with my son. I think he was only like 3 days old. So if you want to watch that video, I did 24 hours with the newborn with my last baby. And maybe I'll do it again. I don't know. Are you taking any medications? No, I'm not taking any medications anymore. Last week I took some Zofran, some nausea medication, and had some IVs, but besides that, I've not been on anything like consistently. So right now, no, not on any medication. Is everything flaring? Yeah, but we're making it through, my friends. So if you have more questions for me, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer those through the comments, and wish me luck on the last 3 months of pregnancy, praying that it goes by so quickly, and hope you enjoy your day. I will see you on the next one. Bye.